Is there a colour thing
Is
about
it?
there? Is there is there underbelly colour thing?
Yes, people working on the intro. You know how it goes. Can't help that. Bear with me. There will be a little something. We're gonna have a panel debate today. We got a lot to discuss. Actually, it's funny with Man United because every time you walk away from news, about 2-3 hours later, before you know it, there's about 5 different pieces of news to get onto. Anyone that's just watched the Barcelona versus Inter Milan game, that's what you call a proper semi-final. But anyways, I'm joined early by Estrella. Anyways, man's too busy doing up painting rather than watching football. How dare he? How dare he? But we got a lot to discuss. If you don't know, let me tell you what we're going to talk about tonight. We got Ahmad and Delict's return. Collier's returning as well. He's just doing individual training at the moment. We've got Amorim's, Gyokeres warning in terms of a comment talking about players who only want to come to United based off the sole fact of winning Champions League alone are not players that I want here, basically, long story short, in it. And I thought that's one of the best quotes he said in a long time. Man United's also tracking Jonathan Tah, free transfer, can play in the middle centre-back as well, a lot more comfortable on the ball. I've got my reservations. Yeah, and we got BILBAO next. And this new and also this new midfielder that we're tracking. His name's Amadou Kone. And it's funny enough, Estrella, because we were talking about this year. But he's actually a 6/8. He can play a bit of box to box, but he looks more of a defensive unit than he is an attacking unit. So that's kind of it's interesting kind of with targets United are approaching right now, because there's this, the guy from Argentina, the one with the nice compilations and everything that's going around, the Star Argentine at the moment.
Star Argentine, which one's that?
Yeah, like a star kid. He's like 17, who's got a 35 million release call. I can't remember how his name goes again. Someone in the comments might know. But I just can't remember on the top of my head. He's like 17 years of age.
35 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, we done a breakdown. Remember Shells, mixed race guy. We streamed with him like last week. Was doing a breakdown earlier, right, on earlier stream, and no kidding, right, no joke. Mastan Tuano, that's his name. No joke. We done like a breakdown of his 13 games so far. Yeah, he might be it. And also people that have watched him, aka Lee Gunner, LB. So Lee Gunner, you know who he is probably, right? And then there's also LB, big City fan as well, huge on the content. They watch River Plate. They've been watching Argentina and stuff like that. And whenever they play, they're like, yeah, they see this guy, he's hype, he's it. And I thought, you know what? Let me go onto my Twitter, and see what followers have said what about him that watch bit of River Plate, bit of whatever. They all like this kid. And he's a right 10. But it goes to show United are looking at a whole new spine, my bro.
Yeah, like I said, back in the days, that probably would have got me excited. But I think the situation that we're in now, obviously, 35 million. It's
a lot to be dreaming of, innit?
Yeah, so like I said before, it seems like the methodology in the club's changing now. So it seems like even Ruben Amorim's subtly trying to say that he needs experience rather than young players.
Yeah. And that's it. How are you feeling about BILBAO tomorrow, though? Honestly, we break down the game a little bit, by little. They're missing their key man, Sanchez, yeah, or Sanchez. I don't know how to say his name correctly. Missing their main man, yeah. And obviously Ahmad and Ligt in the squad. They're actually available to play. They're not too many minutes if they are to come on off the bench, innit?
Like I said, it just depends where you want to look at it. Obviously, you want to be positive that hopefully we get the dub, but in the grand scheme of things, I already told you, if we win Europa League.
Yeah.
And if we lose it...
Are you going to dream?
I've already come to terms that if we lose it, and we start again from next season. If we win it, obviously the positives and things, but Atletico, the only thing that would worry me is probably the attackers in terms of... Obviously, our defense isn't... As much as it's been good over the course of the season, I would say, of recent, it's a bit shaky, especially with their attackers. The only thing that I would say that is I'm looking forward to the game is probably be more open than people think. Their attackers are as conventional as Premier League ones. So in terms of fine, but getting backwards, that's where the issue will be. And then gaps start to open up, counter-attacking football. You might get a couple chances here and there, and then maybe you might get a 1-0, 2-1. Who knows? But yeah, I don't think it's going to be like an amazing scenery or amazing. Yeah. Anyone tuning in tomorrow expecting United to play good football, which haven't played all season, it's going to be dread, boring, probably some highs, some lows. and then maybe a controversial decision or a moment that's going to sum up the game. And that's what I kind of, without being too pessimistic.
Yeah, I am. When I tell you now, yeah, I man them. For what I'm not, you didn't get to see it, Sean. I swear down, please watch the game back. I implore you to watch the game back. Yeah, I have to talk on the Champions League right now, just for like a split second, a split moment, anything, something. Yeah, I see Arsenal. Yeah, or fans of Arsenal. See when they got a bit giddy, yeah, for beating Real Madrid. I'm sorry, people. This has to please smash the like button, but I have to talk about this. If these men thought they had a chance against that Inter or that Barcelona side, yeah, they have another thing coming. I swear down. And obviously they're 1-0 down to PSG. You probably watched it yesterday, right? I'm gonna guess. But for me, it's like they have no chance in hell. Not for me, anyways. Yeah. See, that game was one of the best games I've seen all year. All year. That's why I say, Estrella, if you've got time tonight and you thought, no, I'm bored, I need something to watch, go watch the extended highlights. I promise you. See Yamal?
Allegedly, someone said the 5 sticks available in it, so I can go watch the 4. Allegedly.
See Lamine Yamal, yeah? The guys... This every time I watch this guy, I look at him thinking, like, you do remember? Did you used to watch Farouk, WWE?
Yeah.
I used to go, damn, like I swear down. Every time this man is on the ball, yeah, man is this guy is elite, yeah. It's like the thing is, I think I've watched probably majority of Barcelona games in the Champions League. It's like, brother, like it makes me think. I'm sorry to call you out here, but I've got to witness, you've got to witness, and I've heard you in a way which is, I like it because you're very out the box, right? I have to watch Garnacho tomorrow.
Okay. I was actually gonna just compare it before you said it, yeah, with Yamal. I obviously haven't watched tonight's game in it, and obviously I'm gonna go by what you've told me. He's done a madness in it. My thing is this: the comparisons of Garnacho, Menu, and Yamal and stuff, it was going to be made regardless because of the significance of what's happened today and obviously the significance. But what people miss and don't take into consideration is, would Yamal be the Yamal today and have that performance tonight if he was at United? And I would argue probably not. Most likely, I could bet my life on it, probably not. And obviously, everyone's going to get tired of this. I understand because it's a tiring argument, but at the end of the day, it's fact. When you have a healthy environment, a healthy work culture, yeah, and you've got young talent emerging through, it facilitates better transition rather than seeing young talent who's talented and then you put them in a shit sandwich and then you expect them to develop. I tell you right now, there isn't any youth player that we've had that I would say, developed or progressed. The last person probably Anthony Martial and Rashford.
Greenwood was a generational talent, and obviously for whatever reason, we didn't get to see the penultimate outcome at Manchester United, so we just crossed it out. But in terms of youth talent, when somebody's talented as being the next best thing, we always somehow have an involvement of making them crap or not fulfilling the prophecy. I hear what you're saying. Man, you jumping on, yeah?
Yeah, let's jump on now.
Love. We got a nice one. Love, my guy. When I tell you now, yeah, we've got an elite panel coming on. See, remember the one before? E-Man, you'll remember his face. Tex is coming on. I think you've done something with him as well on Saeed's channel, maybe. Oh, actually, that's where we kind of first had a couple first instances, to be fair. I hear what you're saying, yeah. By the way, big up Rants as well. I think he just raided, so love for that, man. That's appreciated. That's a double raid. That's a triple raid as it goes. Much love for that. Bro, that's thank you very much. We just talk about a little bit about Champions League and comparing. You're completely right, Estrella, by the way, about that. But you know what it is at the end of the day? It always comes down to IQ and what you can do with the ball, even when when your team's down and out a little bit, who's the one that's going to pick you up and get you going? I can't believe I'm saying this about a 17, 18-year-old kid. What? It's you know what it is? It's like, you know what it is, yeah? Like, how do I say this exactly? I don't want to sound too stupid with it, because you know what? You make a lot of good points, and I feel like, sometimes it's how you deliver as well. And I feel like you don't actually say anything that's incorrect at times as well. It can be a little bit much, don't get me wrong, but that's the best part about debate shows, isn't it? But see, when you just see talent and you just know that's just a fantastic player, that man is going to be a good player. This is when sometimes it's like, me and Ranch used to disagree on a lot of things when we first started podcasting together, yeah? Like, as in doing a one-on-one shows on a Friday. We've even had to meet. But, bro, like, you just know when a man is just good. Do you get it? Like, you just look at a player and say, I think you're going to make it, you know? And this is when sometimes I look at a player like, let's say Garnacho, for instance, and say, well, you've actually had about 2 seasons of consistent men's football. You know what I mean? And you also had a bit of a breakout, which I'm not going to lie, I was all for the hype. But you can't teach a man proper talent. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, sometimes it's like, when it comes to these attacking spaces, anyways, that's when I'm looking at this turkey like this. It's like, forget these men that can carry the ball all the time. What can you do for me in those moments when, like in Inter Milan, yeah, you'll see it later, right? Because you got the fire stick tonight, right? So when you see it, who's going to unlock that defense? This is why I need a jerky. Yeah, I need talent. But everything, but you're correct. Everything that surrounds behind it and what's going on upstairs, on the pitch, other players, it all adds in as a recipe, innit? And that's why I'm in awe. Like every time I watch Barcelona, like brother.
I would like to just add though, like also those key moments you said you'd obviously like the player to show you and display and stuff. Imagine those key moments, but someone's expecting to do that every single week as a youth player. I don't think when I watch Barcelona every week, it's solely on Yamal to come up with that moment, because this season everyone's toting Rafinha to even be a Ballon d'Or on list or win or whatever. So to me, that's really showing that the onus of positivity and good things coming from the pitch is not just relied on Yamal. There's other players to support that role. Whereas at United, brother, it's on you. Like like these young players, like I remember back in the day when you had like David Beckham, Scholes, like when they gigs, but even when these lot first came through, they had senior first team members to set the precedent. Now these youngsters are broken into the first team squad, and it's like, there you go. Now you're a part of the first team. So like even now the whole structure's messed up, because it's like Mainu, Garnacho, they've all been starting X amount of games, and now if we go and now buy first teamers and they touch bench, they're now going to be like, I'm ruffled. But like I said before, they shouldn't have been starting games for United. They should have been in and out. And I said this already, like, it's just, we're going to have to learn from this moving forward. And try not to do it again. And try to avoid this with Chido. Like, I'm telling you, try to avoid it with him.
Yeah, I hear that as well. Yeah, you know, you're right. But we saying touchline, man. Today, man, I know you're going to say it. I know you're going to say it. Just say it, bro. Because you had a good half. He had a good half. To say his name, man, until he come up injured. Say his name, man.
Oh, talking about Kunde. No,
just say his name. You know what?
You told me backstage, yeah, before the Madrid game, you're going to see how much of a scrub Kunde is, and he scored the winning goal in extra time. Do you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm not surprised. I'm not going to gas him up against fucking DeMarco, because DeMarco was getting.
DeMarco had a meh.
Bastoni. People were telling me Bastoni's the best centre back in the world.
No,
I didn't even know he was playing.
Let's be real. All them goals were good, bro. They were good stuff.
What a game! That was a proper game of football. Do you know what I'm saying? This is why I can't stand Premier League football, because you'd never get that in the Premier League, or on a rare occasion. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that was a proper game of football. Barca played some sick football, man. Yamal was unreal.
Unreal.
Oh my days! He sat DeMarco on his bum.
You know what I really like as well? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. This is what I say. He's just one of the better centre mids in the world. See Pedri, yeah. Boy, creme de la creme. I'm doing like I'm Italian, bro, like mad. But let me not even ask. Proper wingback settings, Dumfries. Proper wingback settings.
No, Dumfries is a scrub. I can't lie.
No.
He scored 2 good goals. That goal was good, though.
You know what it is, though. Yeah, he's not mad on the eye. He's not great in tight areas, but you know what he is, yeah? He always puts himself in great attacking situations. Do you know what I mean? And this is just talking about Serie A level.
Coach, though, isn't it?
Yeah, like the way the areas he likes to like operate in, bro. That's proper wingback settings. And that's why I say when it comes to Amorim, because now we're gonna bring into the United side of things. When E-Man and that come in, they're gonna talk about Yamal. Trust me, yeah, it is way, isn't it? But my whole thing, he done a dump truck. He did his thing today. Big up Don Daddy, yeah. But this is why I say, this is why I have a lot of patience right now with Amorim compared to maybe the next part, because I feel like we're going to see something like that maybe next season, but maybe the following season where it looks more like into fruition. I don't think we can wait for next season for it to become alive. Like we can't like not have it. We need it straight away because it is Man United. But bro, E-man, what you saying, man? We just quickly hey, the game was mad, didn't it?
Sorry, I'm late, bro. Sorry, I'm late. Appreciate having me on. Yeah, no, that's the best game. I think that's game of the year, you know. That game was nuts. That was
it was beautiful. It was beautiful. You know what it is? That was a throwback game. Like I was back in the 2000s, like the late 2000s, a little bit.
Like it was just like pure, like just entertainment going back and forth. And that's the thing. I'm hoping that like you're gonna see like a change with like the whole just how teams set up now. It's just gonna be just my attack versus yours, like literally just going back and forth with each other. It was a proper good game. Like that's what you want to see. Plus, on top of that, you're seeing like you can actually see it's a Champions League semi-final. Like do you see how good some of the all of the players that were playing? Like you saw like the level.
The level is top tier level, man. This is what we used to be.
I know, but Lamine, bro.
I told you. What did I tell you, Estrella?
No, but
he's gonna cover the Lamine.
He's the best player in the world, and he's 17, bro. Do you know
what I mean? It's mad. It is mad. I can't lie, man. He's doing Estrella. I know it sounds mad because he's but
he's the best player in the world. He's the best player in the world. Tell me who's a better player than him in the world right now.
Who are you talking about? Yamal.
Yeah.
How about Skelly is better than him?
By the way, let me say with Estrella's mic, when we talk, it cuts his mic a little bit. So like if he's gonna land, let's try like you know what I mean?
Yamal's better than Salah.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes.
That is not better than Yamal. One thing other than goals,
bro. I don't think you actually like. I think people are looking at the fact, looking at his age and like making that a determining factor. It's like, nah, he can't be there yet, bro. Believe your eyes, bro. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. Glasses to glasses, brother. I'm looking at you with my 4 eyes. Why?
You know, it's for me personally. Yeah, I'm of the ilk of like calling somebody world class or saying they're the best player in the world. Yeah, I don't do it off one season. Like minimum, like because obviously when I just Ronaldo or Messi, there was other players before them. So it's like even put them in the story is crazy. Like
I'm not mad at you for that because to be honest with
can I just say on that? Yeah. Can I just say on that? But I think there's certain exceptions to rules. Yeah, and when you're that good, he was also good last season, by the way. Barca fans, I was watching him last season. He was scoring bangers last season, but no one was talking about it until the Euros. Then when he went to the Euros, bro, I just think, listen, I'm not one that always gasses up young players, but you know, this guy's a joke, bro. This guy, he could win a Ballon d'Or this year.
I think
Kvaratskhelia is better than him, but I think he's the second best,
bro. For me personally, I think it's between. I think him and Dembele are on a collision course to seeing who's actually going to win Ballon d'Or this year.
I had
with them.
You know, I had this discussion with my boys yesterday. Yeah, I said if win Champions League, Dembele has to win it.
Yeah, and I agree.
But Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, what they couldn't do, he done. And obviously, remember the arc that he was on from Barca. Obviously, won the kid from and then what he's done now.
We've actually seen him grow and develop, which has actually been quite refreshing. It's nice.
He's one of those wonder kids that have reached their potential. Yeah. They failed first, and then they reached their potential later on.
And it's actually refreshing to see.
He'll probably win it because he's French, and obviously Ballon d'Or's French football as well. So they'll probably, you know, what I mean, want a Paris player.
I don't know if that will sway it as much. I genuinely
that's what people said about Messi, innit? When Messi won it for PSG, it was good for French football.
Messi won it because he's Messi, bro.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm
Messi
saying?
won it because he's Messi. Like, I don't think it was to do with that. But for me, I look at the two of them. Yeah, like I'm just not allowing myself to. There's certain like we did this a lot when Messi came through, and we weren't trying to give him the thing of this is the best player in the world because he was that young. Sometimes you just have to accept what your eyes are looking, what you're seeing with your eyes. It don't make sense. Like what he did today was absolutely insane, and he's been doing that like not just all this year, but last year as well. Just people just didn't notice it until like you pointed out, bro. Like at the Euros is where people actually saw him probably for the first time. A lot of people saw him for the first time and were like, "Yo, this 16-year-old is actually is balling. This is nuts." And the thing is at men's level. What he's doing is at men's level is nuts, bro.
Yeah. But bar that anyways, though, man, because we could talk about this all day. Trust me.
I know. I probably changed the topic from you.
No, it's all good. It's a little warm up. It's all good, man. It's all good. We got a lot to go through in it, yeah. But Ahmad and the Ligt has finally returned, and they're available. They're traveling with their squad. Doesn't mean they're starting. They're not starting. Let's get volume straight.
I think the Ligt will.
Really?
I think last year.
He's only been out for 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Yeah, I know, but
depending
on the game, I think he's going to bring them on like halfway through the game. I think if like last 10-15 minutes, if that.
The thing is, Ahmad I reckon will come on because they'll try and ease him in. However, Ahmad hasn't had a muscle injury, has he? He's had an ankle injury in it, but he's made a record time recovery. So I can't. The injury Ahmad had was when someone I think injured him in training, no?
No, so you know what? You know what? He made a tackle and his ankle got stuck in the ground in training, and that's how he did it. It wasn't even.
That's what I'm saying. So I think
it came.
Ahmad might be good to start. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's not a muscle injury. I wouldn't start him personally because I wouldn't want to rush him in. I don't know, but he could be good to start because it's very rare that's going to get repeated, isn't it?
No, he's not. He's not happening with Ahmad. I can't see it personally. I don't even.
I don't see him starting. But I'm saying.
I see 5-10 minutes max.
No,
and
20 minutes.
I think that's a stretch, right? I think right now that's a stretch.
Because of the legs. My thing is this game. You're going to need a lot of whoever's playing. You're going to need legs in and around you, and I don't think this is the game to bring in people back from injury that started. Even if the Ligt's the player, I think the back five, the back five, whatever. There will be legs in and around the pockets of area where the Ligt's going to be operating from, just to support him. I don't think it's the right choice to be bringing people back straight into the team, especially this type of game as well. Don't think so.
I don't think we should. I don't know about you, Imam, yeah, but. Oh, I know Ems is gonna have something to say in it when he jumps on as well. Pause, and then obviously I don't know if Tex is still. He might be sleeping. You know, he might be making a video because I can't lie. You have to make a video about Lamine Yamal. Like it is what he does. That's what he does, isn't it? Whoopsie, all of that kind of stuff. But for me, you can't start the Ligt, man. I think you're rushing him, man. I think you're rushing him, man. I think you're rushing the Ligt, man.
So what's the back because. You have to play Maz as a wing back now because
I hate me out. You're not gonna like what I'm gonna say, but see what we played against Bournemouth. Yeah, I think we have to run that, and I'm not gonna lie. I think we're gonna have to just hope that we're in a something decent position by 60th minute.
Kaz, we can't play Maguire against that team. They're too quick for him. They'll just be too quick for him. And Archie Williams.
Yeah, but we said the same. We said the same thing about Mkhitaryan. Well, then again, he didn't play against him, did he? So you might be right.
If you're gonna play
Maguire in that back three, no, but we haven't got a choice though. It's either that or you play the Ligt. I'm not gonna lie. We don't have the bodies in defense right now, which is nuts to say.
Can I just? Like Maguire is slow, but this notion about the Ligt is not like pacey like that that quick as well. So there's not much of like a pace variation for me to be like, oh, get the Ligt in straight away. I think we'll be competent enough with Maguire in the back here. If you've got Dorgu on the right,
you're playing Dorgu on the right.
I don't know. I actually preferred him off the right. I preferred Dorgu off the right. You know.
I don't know, man. Like
I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm playing Lindelof over Maguire though.
No.
No. He's not wrong though. He couldn't be wrong, but
because it's Spanish football, bro.
They're not that physical. They're not that physical. That's the weak point.
I'm not gonna lie. One thing. I'm not even Maguire's biggest fan, but at least I can't have any pussios on the pitch. Lindelof is a pussio. He's a pussio. Like, bro, I'm not having it, bro. I'm not having it. At least Maguire, at least I know, like, if something happens.
That's why I don't want Shaw playing.
Do you know what I mean?
No, but I think Shaw, this is a game when people look, I don't like Shaw. The bigger M's, by the way. I don't like Shaw, yeah. I want him to leave. But you know what, yeah? I know one thing I know about Shaw, yeah. When he gets into a run of games, he gets a little bit more comfortable. And that's when people get sold on the idea, oh, look at Shaw, he's back before he gets injured. One thing I probably can admit, we've got no choice but to play this guy. Did you hear what Eman said as well? Like, we've got no choice.
Yeah,
We got no choice. He better have a game of his life. He owes us that. He wasn't even that bad against Bournemouth. Let's be real. He was actually quite progressive.
Do you know
I just think it's too passive.
the reason why me and my man don't want Lindelof yet?
Got
For me,
blocked, though.
as a defender, I feel like you should either be physically like gifted, where you're pacey or strong.
Sounds like me. Sounds like me.
And if you don't have those attributes, then you have to be good on the bloody ball, like a John Stone.
Sounds like me as well.
Dip it into the ball, you take it from the back, and then you drive forward a bit. Lindelof can't do either of those. He's physically like he's a feeble don, and then in terms of his passing ain't the best. Yeah, he can do a pass.
Bro, since when is Maguire better on the ball than Lindelof? Because we play so slow going forward and going back with Maguire on the pitch. Lindelof is at least a better ball progressor than Maguire. Can we agree on that? Or
I'm sorry, I actually don't.
yeah, Maguire slows down everything, bro.
He slows it 100%. But in terms of progressing the ball, I would say I'd prefer Slabhead's diags rather than.
He's got the one diag. You got a good point. He's got that one diag.
By the way, when Lindelof came on the pitch, he did get an assist.
No, but
Yeah, I hear it. But
course of 90 minutes, and I think a lot of things looked. Is that Ericsson? If Ericsson got an assist, everyone will be like, "Oh, start him." Brother, when you play Ericsson, is that playing with 10 men because the guy's physically not there, bro? If the other team's attacking us, he can't help defensively, and it's the same thing. You're not strong enough to. I don't have faith at you when strikers and the balls are in the air or man them are running out of defense. There is no faith there. Whereas Maguire, I at least saw there's some kind of physical prowess to at least.
yeah, but bro, we're playing a low block team, my bro. We're playing a low block team that apparently, I'm not sure if this is correct, guys. Sorry for being late, Kaz, by the way. But apparently they have the most clean sheets in the whole of La Liga. So
yeah,
the least goals conceded as well.
If it was me, hear my back three, yeah? Hear my back three, because I'm all about the technical part of
that's
it, yeah?
Microsoft Lindelof.
Hear me out, yeah? See what I would do, yeah? I would actually put, for what we got available, I would legit, yeah? Have Shaw, Euro in the middle, and Mazraoui as my back three. And then I'd have Amas and Dorgu, just because I want some technical levels, at least minimum, to control the ball. I just want to control the game. If anything taught me about Arsenal yesterday versus a team like PSG, because BILBAO were quite decent at keeping the ball, yeah, is that you can have all the physicality you want, bro. Trust me. But once you start getting run rings around you, that's it. You're finished. And when you're playing with Maguire, that's what happens. Do you remember the first game when we were playing with, I think Maguire started that game, if I'm correct. And we was like, bro, until he came off that pitch, we started only getting up the pitch as soon as he came off. Do you get the difference? Every single time. I would do that because I think, one, it adds available build up. Two, there's enough pace in it just in case. And three, do you know what I mean? It's like at least with Amas, I don't think he's everything. I don't know if he's gonna make it United. He's still very, very young, don't get me wrong.
He's good on the ball,
on the ball. At least I can rate what he does on the ball at least minimum. And it might suit his game a bit, maybe.
Amas is like his only issue really is just physically.
Yeah, defensively. I think defensively he's not great.
Yeah, but then that's only because he physically he's just not there, which is the reason why he's going to go with Dorgu left, probably Maz wing back, and then we're going to probably see Euro, Maguire, and probably Shaw. And to be fair, I won't be mad at that. I'm not going to lie. Considering the options, I won't be mad at that.
Would you not give that Frederick guy a shout again?
I would. Good shout. I would.
I'm saying, do you know what I'm saying?
Play Heaven.
Yeah, where is he?
So basically, he went into training and then he got a relapse of the injury a little bit, and they didn't want to risk him.
Oh, do you know he would actually be perfect for what we're doing right now?
I got Minna. That's Minna in the chat. No, the lip isn't Heaven.
No, but the Ligt's kind of confirmed by Amorim in the press conference. Like they're not ready to start.
No, he's definitely not ready to start. He's definitely not ready to start.
He's not ready to start at all.
I wouldn't be too mad. I wouldn't be too mad. I wouldn't be too mad at Fredrickson starting to the left, Euro to the right, the Ligt in the middle.
He's not going to pick Fredrickson over a Shaw like seniority. He's not. It's just not happening, man. The guy.
Who we stand in the front three though?
You know who it's going to be, man.
You know who? Probably Bruno, Garnacho, and Højlund.
Well, so you don't think it's going to be Mainu and then put Bruno?
No. Mainu will come on. I think he'll start Ugarte and Casemiro.
I don't think so. I think Mainu starts.
No, bro.
I think he puts Mainu in.
You can't start
front three and then puts Bruno.
Bro, Ugarte was in a press conference this morning, guys. So I don't think,
good point, actually. Yeah,
I don't think you're gonna bring him out.
He's trying to go with a Cassie, so that means Mainu.
Yeah, you heard. Did you hear what he said? Did you hear what Agate was saying about Casemiro? How he was like, I watch everything that he does. He's such a winner on and off the pitch. These men are licking Casemiro's bum.
Brother, if that's the case, I keep saying it. Put Bruno up front and drop Højlund, man.
I wouldn't be mad at
Or
that.
put Manu up front. He's not against physical centre backs.
I think Bruno would be better. Bruno would be better up top because Bruno can play that false nine. He can drop in deep and connect. And if he gets one shot, it's a game changer. You look at Odegaard yesterday.
As when you play Bruno up there, he also gets frustrated because he wants to be heavily involved in the play. So if in the first 20-30 minutes is not going where we want, you can stop dropping deep, and then we have no physical presence actually occupying that.
I don't mind the dropping in deep if it means Garnacho receives something going in behind at least. That's what I don't mind. That's what I know what's going to happen. Because one thing they play basically like a 4-4-1-1, can look like a 4-3-3. Does that make sense? But it's more rigid because if you want to draw out a couple centre backs, I'm not going to lie. I need those 2-10s kind of running in behind more than the striker because, bro, I just need them to be kind of confused. Because Iori, their left back, tech man, proper tech man,
Is Ahmed available?
Yeah, Ahmed's on the he's traveling.
Right.
I don't know why you're laughing. He ain't gonna do nothing.
We just don't need to concede. Listen, bro. As long as it's 70 minutes, 0-0. Hey.
Well, this kind of brings me on to my next part is that we're looking at centre backs. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, forget about not 70 minutes. Just remember who's behind the sticks, mate. Remember what Donkey Kong's in.
That's what
I can't lie. Are you gonna have to switch that kind of phrase? Because I'm like, there's look what I got on here. Yeah, my lot of people are gonna be like, oh, is that what you're on?
Right, bro, I'm not gonna lie. That 100 man versus one gorilla, 100 Ananas. That's a debate.
Right.
That's mad. I don't know where you're going with that, big man.
I don't know where you're going with that eyeball.
Bro, I've had so many debates. Kaz, Olu in the chat, bro. He actually sent me a picture.
Olu came out with that, innit? Yeah.
Bro, he sent me a picture of like these, like, bro, I'm African, so I can say it. These Africans, bro, there's about 50 of them, and bro, they had him hung up to a stick.
Yeah, I know. He said if anyone's gonna win, if anyone's gonna win anything, it's gonna be literally. It's going to be like, if you're going to send 100 man in, it's going to have to be probably the strongest in genetics, probably the African men in it.
Some great
and guess what? Most of them got to be from Senegal. And also,
Nigeria,
Sudan. No, sorry, my bad. Sudan. Because apparently, in genetics, apparently, when it comes to athletics, they're the most. When it comes to genes, they're the tallest, they're the strongest, and the most athletic. So it's like, brother,
people from Sudan.
I'm telling you now,
No,
Sudan.
They're killers, but I'm not sure about how
apparently, apparently they're like the tallest, strongest men in the world. They all come from Sudan, mainly, like obviously on.
Where do like Norwegians and that rank on that, like your Vikings and stuff like that?
No,
baby food, bro, baby food. The man of babies.
No, because I'm saying Eddie Hall went that. Eddie Hall went that.
I said, if you give me 100,
Scandinavians and that.
Yeah, no, for real,
yeah. You're bringing me man from Norway. I
just asked a question, innit?
No, when it comes, we got to
concede. I know.
But it has to be. Odegaard. Did you say Højlund's and them lot?
100 Odegaards against a gorilla.
Good point.
Ericsson and them.
I just say this, Mandem. We have to. The thing is, we need Mandem not on it. Yeah, like just a quick off topic. Yeah, we need to get a few man, like quite a few man from Russia, a few Eastern Europeans, bare South Sudanese Mandem, quite a few Cameroon Mandem.
Ghanaian, Cameroon,
Nigeria. No, I don't know about Ghanaians. They're too happy. They're too happy, man. They just they'll be eating too many eggs and farting, man.
They are very happy people. I'll give you that. It's true.
Yeah, they're too many. Bro, just give them some eggs, man. They'll be fine, man. But
you know what? It's a good.
Man. I'm not gonna lie.
It's definitely Africans though.
And we definitely a couple South Americans just for a little bit of like like a little something.
Some 10 Casemiros.
I'm telling you now. Yeah, I think Mandem can win in it.
Yeah, I think we can win.
I think Mandem could win.
I was getting cooked in Will's chat for this. They were all saying like, touchline, we'll use you as bait and stuff like this. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? I was like, is it a colour thing? You know what I'm saying?
That's brilliant.
Exactly. There's like, I'll put 100 touchlines versus a gorilla.
No, I can't lie.
I can't lie.
Using someone as bait could work.
Right.
I'm dying too.
You actually think 100 man could be a gorilla?
Yeah. If intelligence,
Hey, bro,
I think
100
so.
Africans.
You
It's
like
game
it's
over.
a gorilla, bro.
I hear me
These
out.
men
Hear
are
me out.
doing
Yeah.
this-
I
these men are
hear
doing
me out.
this-
Yeah.
No.
I hear me out quickly because I quickly.
300-pound men from that play NFL that play.
Yeah. Hear me out. Yeah, because
That's a red one. That's a
to
10
distract-
Dagestan. Give me 10 Khabibs.
Hear me out. Yeah. Hear me out. Yeah.
It's a
Like
gorilla.
I feel like I'm the
Hamza
tactical. This, yeah?
Chimaev and them, man.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah. Some men are gonna die. It's a necessary sacrifice. Yeah. But because if I've got 100 men now, I'm just fearless and on it.
Yeah.
See, you're gonna
Chimaev.
take.
Guys, Hamza Chimaev. I kill everybody.
Wait, brother.
100
Brother, one second. We're gonna have a few groups that have to distract the gorilla, yeah. But someone, brother, you're gonna be remembered and you're gonna be honored. You're going to take that. Like hear me out. You're going to take
one
that
for the
gorilla's.
team.
No, you're going to gouge those eyes out, my bro. You're gonna blind that motherfucker, yeah. And then guess what? Afterwards, while you can't see, we're going to crush its ball sacks, bro. We're gonna smash them to pieces, bro. We're gonna stamp on them also, bro. We're gonna, bro. No joke. It's over. We're winning. Intelligence wins, bro.
110 og.
What made you?
That's funny, but bro, real talk, no bullshit.
We're winning.
Hey,
We're winning.
50 Hamza Chimaev.
Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna be in the back. Like
Well, Khabib wrestles
pointing.
bears.
On my life, when
I'm gonna be in the back pointing.
the gorilla rips one person's limb off.
Yeah. But like I said, but in theory, we're talking about like if 100 men are fearless and just on job in it. We're talking about the 100
you can
fearless.
respond, basically.
Yeah.
10 John Jones, 10 Brock Lesnar's. Do you know what I mean?
10 John Jones, 10 Tom
Brock
Aspinall.
Lesnar.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't respawn, bro.
Yeah.
Game over. That's game done.
You can respond. It's a hypothetical, isn't it?
There's
But
no
anyways,
trip to the hospital. It's just straight to your maker, bro. As soon as you get hit, it's like straight away.
Standard.
You don't win. You know, you when you open your eyes, you actually see your maker.
You're done. Yeah. You're done.
Go on.
We're real quick.
I
I
want
want
to call the police.
the South African market, like other than like probably Carlos Tevez or
Ngannou.
What are you talking about? We're not talking about. I don't think we're talking about the thing.
Oh, my bad. No, I thought you were saying. I said South Africa. Ngannou.
the last actual like South African, South American signing that I think was actually decent was
Alvarez
Carlos Tevez for United.
for United, but we
Think about it.
It's all right, to be fair.
Don't
Been a
say
while.
don't say Chicharito, like proper, like South. Oh, he is
Yeah,
Mexican.
we had Rocco. We had Rocco. Rocco was Argentinian.
That's
No, Rojo
American.
was shit.
Rojo,
Sergio Romero, there you go. Sergio Romero.
Sergio Romero.
No. He was goalkeeper, backup goalkeeper.
Fred was all right.
I don't know, but what you man
I
talking about?
guarantee you, if the hair was in goal, we would have lost somehow.
Yeah,
we
probably.
would have lost that final somehow.
Let me ask you.
They had Onana in the other net.
We're looking at another defender potentially on a free. Yeah, what are you man saying about Jonathan Tah?
No,
For free, by the way.
Hey, big up.
no,
Fact.
he's technically on the ball. He's okay-ish, but he's too bulky, too slow, and he's just not the player profile that I think United should be going for.
Draft him as one of the 100 against the Gorilla. Not for my football club, bro.
Bro, no, they got it spot on. There's something I'm saying, Rey Mysterio, but bro, Khabib and Chimaev just smashed, brother. Everyone died, bro. These man,
We'll talk about that another time, anyways, man. But regardless of that, Jonathan Tah, man, I'm saying if we can get rid of Maguire and bring him in, I think it's more reliant on him going out like a little bit. If Maguire is to go out, then if I've got a Jonathan Tah that comes obviously into the club, I wouldn't be mad at it, depending on what the length of the deal is. But I don't think he'd like the terms that I think we would want to produce for him. He is a central centre back at the end of the day.
To be fair, where's he from? South America?
No, Jonathan Tah, he's German. He plays for Leverkusen.
Do you not think you want to move on from like the Maguire types and stuff like that? More not industrial, but like more physical specimen.
He is physical. He's not slow. How come people think he's slow? I
don't
know,
want
man.
a Bundesliga centre back. I don't want a Bundesliga. Other than obviously we signed Ligt, but he played in other leagues. I don't want a Bundesliga centre back. They're all shit.
Yeah,
on a free though, like he's tall as well, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie, I think I'd like. Don't get me wrong, he's not the being and end all thing.
He's a walking yellow card. Every time I watch,
I don't want him. Oh, bro, I know this guy. This guy looks suspect. Bro, I've seen enough of this guy. Still, I've seen him about.
I said this in 2020, 2021. I would have said yes. No, not now.
Where's he,
I
bro?
think you man are being a little bit stingy with this.
Bro, I need an Eric Bailly type of defender, bro. Zero tolerance.
I'd love him.
Zero tolerance, bro. Just my aggressive. I love my defenders to be aggressive. Like they have to be super. Like, I need that, bro. If you're too soft, I don't want it, bro.
If Martinez was in Maguire's body, yeah, perfect.
Oh, facts.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's for me, anyways. I think he's just an option just in case. But if we are to lose multiple centre backs potentially, like whoever might be on the way out or whatever,
Lindelof.
He's a quick fix, isn't it? Oh yeah, but Lindelof, I think a youngster can come in and take that kind of role. Do you know what I mean? I think Below might be used as a right centre back. Mazraoui, you got Heaven, you've got Euro, then you've got whoever else, yada yada yada.
That's the trick with young players as well. This is why I don't want young players nowhere near the first team, because see what you've just said, yeah, that's what the club want. Instead of actually replacing like for like, because this is what we done with the strikers when Cavani and these men were here, we never actually replaced them. A young person just steps into that void. Whereas no, what ends up happening is young player steps into that void, and then when we have our first team's injured, we're then relying on kids again. Get a first teamer to replace him, and then the young person can learn off my man. Doesn't necessarily have to be involved straight away.
But hear me out.
Good point.
Hear me out though. I already like Heaven. I've already seen enough to say, you know what? I think you're going to be something decent. Cool. Let's keep him.
Euro as well.
Euro, he's the other young buck. He's developing quite well, to be fair. When I think of the low, do I think we're going to get rid of him? No. Where can he play? I think he can play as a backup right centre back. I think Mazraoui is a great utility player. I like the Ligt. The only other option is like, what else do we have in the middle? The thing is, in there, I don't really look at us thinking, I need to prioritize. What do I need to prioritize? If I can get a free centre back, that probably won't even be first team, which I think he's going to be looking for potentially anyways. Yeah, the whole reason for not signing a new contract, and he wants to be part of a squad or something like that. I don't look at that and say that's the worst thing in the world because it's for free. Because even if he's to get let go next season, it's pure profit anyways.
Yeah, I get that, but short-term deals, I think we need to be looking long-term now. I think what you're saying is not wrong, but I just think right now, especially because we haven't been in this situation before, I think this is uncharted territory for everyone. So I think what we should do is forget doing things from the past and try to do things in the forward. Like, I don't think Jonathan Tah is the right decision personally. Like you said, Aiden Heaven, even though I don't personally think he's ready, obviously, catering with Lenny Euro and stuff, fair enough, cool. Bring in senior pro, not from the Bundesliga, which we all know is relatively slow comparison to the Premier League. Give me somebody from if anything, go to Ligue 1 and find me a defender there. Someone where I know it's more physically challenging rather than it's so painful. I'm tired of that, man. Had Lindelof, Maguire, Johnny Evans. Those are the type of all similar centre backs, and look at them all the season. Other than Maguire, they've both been injured for a large proportion. You can't rely on them.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe that is the case.
And check Jonathan Tah's injury record as well. If I'm not mistaken, check his injury record as well. Because he was on fire like 2019-20, and I can't remember I think something happened where he got injured, and obviously since then he just fell straight through. I haven't heard of him since. Only until now.
I just don't want to sign a centre back from that league, bro. It's just the way that league is. It's just the concept of defending is just forgotten.
What's my man, that centre back, bro, that we were linked to 2 years ago? At Bayern, he's at Bayern Munich now.
Oh, what? Kim and Jay?
Kim and Jay.
No, shit. No, not him. Black brother.
McConnell.
Yeah, he looked quality. But like what my man said, bottom right. I don't know if he's suited to the Prem, but he looked decent.
He's been bad at Bayern though. He's been good this season, to be fair.
To be fair, Upper Meccano and Kanate, they both look like wavy ballers, and I would say even arguably, Upper Meccano looked like the better baller at the time.
Yeah. Especially better on the ball.
I see in his channels, he mentioned Upper Mabozo. Don't do it. Don't know properly.
He's been dog shit at Bayern. However, this season he's actually been half decent.
I couldn't give a shit. Upper Maguire, I don't want to hear nothing about this
apart from Upper Meccano, Upper Meccano is another walking yellow
Upper Maguire.
Yeah, Upa Maguire, man. The guy is Upa Mabozo, man. I don't want to hear
taking a piss. I remember. You know that commentary, like the Middle Eastern commentary, is and it just reminded me of that. I remember saying Upa Maguire.
Bro, that sounds like such an African thing, you know that, bro. It's like you know when man were calling up Maguire, like how do you Maguire? Have you seen him at Manchester United?
I've got the video. I still got the video.
It's so peak, bro. You're getting called out by like
internationals,
and it's peak, bro. It's peak, bro.
Yeah.
Go on. I was gonna say, us man, like the names that everyone keeps pulling out as well. Yeah, pause. I think you man to get used to speaking about Premier League players because I think we've deviated from this thing where we don't ever get like Championship players or Premier League players anymore. We're always going foreign. And I think like if we will start getting like if we're building a team again or foundation, I think that's the best way to start. Like getting actually recruiting Premier League players before you start going.
Bro, I would rather go to the Championship before I start looking at other leagues. I don't know how you lot feel about that. I just want an aggressive, quick defender, bro. That's all I want. Someone who's not going to get bullied, bro. And like in the Championship, bro, it's end to end. And you know, I'm not going to say most of them are decent defenders, but if you can do it in the Championship, I believe you can do it in the Prem.
Well, that kind of puts me on to what I'm about to say now. Then with Gyokeres, because he was also in the Championship once upon a time.
Yeah.
But we'll go to be fair. Did you see Amorim's comments on Gyokeres?
No.
That's the first comment. That's the first comment I've seen from him that I actually agreed with in a long time.
I'll read it out to people. He says, Gyokeres deal. I didn't talk to him, but if a player only wants to come to Manchester United to play Champions League, then he won't come. We want players who want to represent United, not players who want to play certain competitions.
I'll rate it, bro, because he did mention something before that where he was like, same press conference actually, Kaz. He said, Man United will be back with or without Champions League football. That's what got my brain ticking, bro. It was just like, wait, so he must know his job is safe, right, guys? He knows his job is safe, and
yeah, of course.
He's
but you know what? You know why this kind of makes no sense to me, slightly, yeah. And I have to call it out because Laurie Whitwell even said on the other day on Stretford Paddock, it might have been yesterday even, I can't remember. He was saying along the lines that Liam Delap is weighing up his options. I think European football is going to be heavily swayed on his mind. And I'm thinking like, cool. I don't remember Gyokeres saying anything about competition. He just wants to be at a team that's he's at an age where he wants to be competing for the big boy trophies, isn't it? And that's fair enough, to be fair. But with Liam Delap, all I've seen recent, whether it's Ben Jacobs or whoever else is reporting on his name, saying along the lines that he wants to play European football. And I'm thinking like, is that really well? Like,
12 goals.
Yeah, like, I'm thinking like, if that is to be true, why do I care about you, my bro? I always say it, and I'm going to keep saying it. My number one target, I'm going to say it every day, is Mateta.
I'll take Mateta. Oh, no, but Kaz, I saw something today where it was like, the reason why I don't want Cunha and Mateta at United, bro, it was like Cunha Mateta.
Yeah.
That's right. That's even better.
That's
like when I was thinking that, you know, by the way.
Yeah, that was like though when Arsenal had Xhaka, Saka, and Lacazette, so they called it Boom Shaka Laka or something like that.
So yeah, you had Leicester with the drink water. Can't drink water.
Forget the jokes for a second. Yeah, the reason why I wouldn't want Mateta at my club is one, how much is he going to cost, and two, he's only been a serious bagsman this season. Arguably, like towards the end of the last season, yeah, cool. But this season, yeah, cool. I want somebody that's gonna come take, because this is not like playing up front for anyone else. It's like playing for United isn't like playing for Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool. It's completely different. Yeah, I need a complete somebody which I know is, yeah. And Mateta for me, or for one season in the Prem, because you're 27, 28, and you've got over double digits, doesn't justify.
What's the lap then?
It doesn't justify me spending over 50 mil on you. I'm sorry, when I know I can get.
I don't think we should spend 50 million for someone that's got a year left on their deal.
I think it'll be 40 mil, boys, max, because here the release. I don't even know if he's got release clause, but
no, you don't.
They wanted 30 mil, but I think, yeah.
No, you got to think what plays to our strengths and what have I seen from Amorim so far. I've seen he likes Højlund dropping deep and linking up play a little bit. Yeah, I know that. But I think Mateta is not the being and end all, but I think he's the complete striker, and I think he suits if we are to get someone like Cherky. I mean, he suits someone like Cunha. Cunha plays off of Strand Larsen. Do you know what I mean? When Lacazette plays, Cherky plays off of Lacazette with the link up. And I always think if you're playing a 3-4-3, I like the idea of supplying for the striker, but I also like the thought of, you know, bringing the team together more. And I don't know if Gyokeres brings that as much, and it's a risk, don't get me wrong, because all we're going to think about, okay, but what about the budgets? Even if we're in Champions League, then Gyokeres, sure, he's the name and everything you may need. But I think everyone looks down a little bit on Mateta too much. And see the lap, brothers, respectfully, I know man's only come and hit the form in the last 18 months, yeah, but he's in a similar system. I think he'd understand the role quite well, and I think he fits in like a glove, and I think he's at a great age for a striker.
Mateta's the closest thing to Osimhen, in my opinion, where he's just a top striker.
Lamppost settings.
Yes,
But the only issue is he's not as fast as Osimhen, nowhere near, and the link up's nowhere near the same.
But he's a proper centre forward, Cash. You know what you're gonna get with him. No one's bullying him.
Land that plane. I need to understand that reasoning.
He said no one's gonna bully him.
Is it me? Okay, let me land that plane. From what I've seen from Mateta, bro, in the Premier League, every game I've watched him, whether it's against City, whether it's against Arsenal, he's turned up, and he's that type of striker where he's got pace. He's very, very physical. On the ball, he's not bad, but Delap is the type of Hoyland striker / Gyokeres where he'll drop in deep, link up play. Delap, you might see Delap as a left centre forward. Cunha could go centre forward. Xerxes, they can interchange. Whereas Osimhen and Mateta, it's none of that. It's I'm sticking to a centre back. I'm gonna bully this guy. Give me some crosses into the box, and I'm gonna get you goals. That's what I see with Mateta. I haven't seen no one bully him yet. He scored goals against us, bro.
I've seen him live in person.
He hasn't scored goals against us. What I want to quickly say is, one, comparing Victor Osimhen and Mateta. Secondly, I agree with Cass where you bring him in, he might make the whole team play better, cool. But what will end up happening is that when we reach a certain steady foundation, you want to progress to the next level, you're then going to go back and trying to get another striker.
You got to reach that first, bro. We're 14. Let's reach it first.
No. This is why I'm saying if you get to Gyokeres or Victor Osimhen, yeah, you then have a young striker to then learn off that person who can become better than Mateta, if not in the future. Do you get it? Instead of spending excess amount of money.
How much better in today's day and age? I like Osimhen a lot. Yeah, I think he's really underplayed, as well as a natural 9. But how much right now, in terms of risk value and everything you had together, how much better is Osimhen than Mateta right now?
I would say,
and he's recency bias as well, by the way.
I think he's heavily disrespected. I think, bro, he done bits in Syria, and then that club was racist. And didn't want to back him. So for whatever reason, they had the falling out. He forced a move and left. He didn't start off that well, but he's been banging in goals again.
Facts.
He's banging
Facts.
So like Mateta, he's only started.
I think
Osimhen's still banging goals, bro. If you look at the last 4 years, sorry to cut you off, my bro. If you look at like a lot of people like try and act like, you know, bro, I think he's got 30 goals plus in his worst season. I think he got 18 or something like that. So you're getting 20 goals, 100% minimum.
That's
they're saying though that he's only got 20 goals like 2 or 3 times in his career. But
I'll bring it up now, 18s,
bro. And stuff like that. Forgetting as well, last season he played for Napoli, and they're a very defensive team. Stereotypically, they're a very defensive team.
Guys, So in 2023 to 2024, he got 17 goals. 2023 to 2024, he got 17 goals at Napoli. After that, 2022 to 2023, he got 31 goals, overall 76. But if you look at his Galatasaray performance, bro, he's got 28 goals in 32 games for Galatasaray.
Come on, bro. Like, you know what it is? If he wasn't Nigerian, he was from another country. You'd be
facts. You know.
And if you wanted to compare him, Garnacho or whatever, brother, like if he was from another country, he'd be glazing. Like, let's be honest, facts and stats are there for a reason. Obviously, I don't like using stats, but I watch Osimhen religiously, and obviously because I'm Nigerian, there's bias there. But the guy is a bags man.
Do you know what, bro? That means so much coming from you. That means so much coming from you. Do you know why, bro? Because I spoke to Conley, bro, and Conley doesn't rate him at all. Yeah,
Conley's Nigerian.
Yeah, Conley's Nigerian as well, of course. Yeah, but a lot of people don't rate him because obviously Nigeria has been underperforming. You can say that. But I still think he's a good player, bro.
Yeah, but we're not. No. But the fact of is, we shouldn't even compare with Osimhen because guess what? Osimhen's not even on our radar.
Yeah, he's not going to come. He's after the money, bro. He's going Saudi.
Yeah, I think he's well positioned for another team.
Mateta's the closest thing, in my opinion, though. Premier League proven.
My thing was literally like, you know what? Mateta's one player that I'm actually happy that I was about in terms of when he was at Palace. I thought between him and Odds Edouard, I thought Edouard was a better player, and I thought Edouard was going to be the number 1 striker at Palace. And his development in the last 2 years has been really impressive to watch. Like as a Premier League striker. He's it. Like he's one of the best strikers in the league, and he can actually say that. Facts.
But do you know who reminds me of a little bit? Yeah, what's that man from Newcastle, bro? Do you remember he went to Chelsea? One of them went to Chelsea.
Demba and that Papa Cisse.
Yeah,
that's what I was
bro.
trying to say,
He's got a bit of that where he's a physical
I hear it, but you know what? Let's not get it twisted. Demba was
quality.
Baller.
I love him.
Ballers. I mean, Papa Cisse had his purple patch time, but he was at that point two very good link up man with each other. They understood that's a good partnership, underrated partnership in Premier League.
Facts.
I think.
Facts.
But but back on Mateta, I don't think.
Give me a set, boys.
I'm trying to think about our budget here realistically. Like we had like this is the reason why when I wasn't really trying to hear the Jonathan Tah shouts, but I hear it at the same time because he's for free. So I get it. Like like we're losing Lindelof. Evans is probably retiring. We need another.
Maguire might go. You never know if might.
Like they'll exercise this 1 year deal, extra year. He's got an extra year, and like, they're trying to exercise that, but we don't know what's going to happen. So really and truly, we're going to be.
They've already given him the extra year, so that's why I'm going to say.
Yeah, but that's why they're trying to sell it. They tried to do Lindelof, by the way. They tried to do Lindelof. They tried to give him the extra year, tried to sell him, but it broke down the talks with a certain team. I can't remember, for 8 million.
Yeah, but was that year this year or next year?
Yeah, it was last summer. It was last summer.
But like was that extra year for next season? Does that make sense?
No, he got that extension last year. That means he's leaving on a free this summer.
He's on the free this summer.
Yeah, he's leaving now. No, you're talking about Maguire. No, Maguire got that. No, I was talking about Lindelof.
Oh, Maguire. But yeah,
I think it's going to be the same instance, isn't it? Maybe like they're going to try and make some money out of him.
Yeah, Lindelof is going. I don't care for Lindelof leaving, but we are losing experience in the back line. So I understand why they would look at someone getting him in for free because it's a free transfer. Like the worst thing is he's not good and he's gone. Like it's kind of like it's whatever in it. Like that's
what need a centre back, boys. We had a conversation about this last time, man. I think if Maguire stays. We've already gone through this. We're playing a back three. You've got Dalot, you've got Mazarawi, you've got Lindelof, you've got Martinez, you've got Maguire. There's one person.
Martinez is cooked, by the way.
All right, for a long time. You got Fredrickson. That's 6.
Can't rely on that guy. He's probably gonna. He's not. Can't rely on this.
You got Heaven. You got Heaven. Okay, cool. Heaven, Maguire, Euro. Heaven, Maguire, Euro, Mazarawi, Martinez, and.
Sure, at the moment.
Luke Shaw. There you go. Luke Shaw.
That's we won't.
Now name how many of them are actual centre backs.
Ligt. Oh yeah, I forgot Ligt. So that's 7. So Ligt and Maguire. Ligt and Maguire can play
Maguire, Heaven, and Euro. Those are the 4 centre backs, right?
But the wide centre backs you can make a case for. Like I'm not being funny. I don't want to
Euro, Maguire, Euro, and Maz.
You could be a defensive, but you could legit say you could be a defensive fullback that can play right centre back or left centre back. You can be that.
Yeah.
Azpilicueta back 3. Anyone remember that? No, he was.
You're not wrong.
Ivanovic and them, man.
You're not wrong because you need players that are able to
agile.
You need players that can adapt and are agile and can play in different positions. What I'm saying is, in terms of pure centre backs, that means we only would have 4 left after that.
Yeah, but centre backs, no, I don't think centre backs are issue though, bro. It's the striking part. It's the striking issue.
I'm not saying it's. What I'm saying is, he's just there for cover, and he's
And so he's for free.
And he's for free. I'm not even his biggest fan, but I can see the logic behind it. Like it's not like and then you still have like your academy.
And you can still sell him the next season for pro profit if you wish.
You can sell someone. Maguire is going to be going for free the season after, so you need that cover. It's reality, and I don't think you're going to give Maguire another deal. I'll be surprised if they do. I'll be honest, because he's 32 and he's getting on. So, bro, like I get it. Like I actually understand that one.
Let me ask you. I need to ask you like one more question. Yeah, last question. Yeah, and people in the chat get involved. Like and subscribe. Who hasn't liked the video yet? If you haven't liked the video, this is your chance to do so. If you haven't subscribed yet, this is your chance to do so. Don't be a scrub. I'm going live on Never Found in about 5 minutes as well. Striking options to my knowledge on our targets, and I think it changes depending on if we get Champions League or not. Who would you lot rather? Be honest, yeah. Gyokeres, Lap, or Mateta? 1.
That's
easy. If you're going to give me that choice, it's Gyokeres, yeah. But second, it would be Mateta, then Lap, in my opinion.
I'm choosing Mateta.
Over Gyokeres?
Yes. I don't know why you know why you lot are laughing, yeah? It's because he plays for Crystal Palace, but it's all good.
No. I think Mateta is decent. I'd probably put him second, but Gyokeres is Gyokeres has the potential to be top 5 strikers on the planet.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. I've seen. By the way, I like what Gyokeres can do, but I've seen Nunes do the kind of the same thing in the same league with more goals under Benfica. I don't know.
He didn't get nowhere near more goals. He scored like 56 goals this season or something.
No, it came. You know, it's literally come out. He got about 60. Nunes got like 60 odd goals. I know this season.
One season.
Do you reckon Gyokeres will struggle in the Prem, even though he's been?
I'm gonna be honest. My only reservation with Gyokeres, and I saw it do him against Casapia recently as well, but I've always seen that many of his goals always hit more or less in the transition, more than what I feel like he might struggle with, which I don't know because he's an elite. When he's in the box, he sniffs out a lot of he sniffs out where the ball's gonna be, and I rate him highly for that. But you know what I like, man? Well. Do you know what? No, but you know what I like, Mandem, yeah? I'm thinking of Cunha a little bit more to get him involved a little bit more. Not saying he can't do that with Gyokeres. I just like lampposts. Mandem that are strong in the air. I'm sick of crossing the ball into Mandem that can't jump.
I hear it. I hear it. Bro, I'm sick of it. Kaz, I love proper centre forwards. I was talking to one of my mates after the PSG game. Sorry, Estrella, you can go after this. But I said to him, I said, bro, guess what? If you had Giroud in this team, that game wouldn't have happened. And all of them were like facts. But yeah, go on, Estrella. Sorry, bro.
Who'd you rather, Estrella, then? Out of them 3, 1.
Oh, well, real quick, I'd probably say Gyokeres, not because Mateta plays for Crystal Palace or anything like that. One, he's previously got a rapport with the manager, knows the system, so he probably fits straight in. And he's coming from, let's say, Mateta's coming from Crystal Palace. Gyokeres is coming from another foreign league, but he's coming with hype. So when he's demanding the ball from certain individuals, I feel like there's kind of an aura that you can dictate that. Whereas if it's a Mateta, you're not really feeling that. But quickly, I just wanted to quickly say one thing was, when you're saying that the defenders is not really a problem, that's how you get roped into getting a man like Johnny Evans into your team and then not seeing him for the whole season. Because we got told he was joining us for just to get fit. We were linked to Kim Min-jae, end up with Johnny Evans. He gets injured. He gets injured majority of the whole season, and then we're now relying on kids.
But you're missing one key part that was not under Ineos.
No. I understand that, yeah, but I'm talking about the fan being able to just pallet it up because Johnny Evans is going now, but no one's talking about actually getting somebody to replace the Kim Min-jae we were supposed to get. We're talking about Aiden Heaven stepping into that role.
Estrella, the Ligt is that replacement, bro. The Ligt is that replacement, bro. Like, we've signed a top centre back in the Ligt. So when you look at the Maguires and the Evans, the Ligt is going to be that for the next 3-4 years.
And Euro, I'm not being funny.
But you know it's only like 25.
But no. But we touchline, you know this. Everyone knows this, bro. We can't get every transfer that we want. We can't. The issue is the goalkeeper is a bigger problem in our defense. Our midfield is a bigger problem in our defense, and certainly our attack is a huge gaping hole because we don't score anything. Do you get it? Don't get me wrong, our midfield's cooked, but we still make chances. We just never score them. Garnacho, look, bro, there's a whole compilation out there for that brothers misses this year. A whole fat compilation. It's minutes long, by the way.
Hey, bro,
and that's where I am. Do you think we're going back in for Brentford? I hope not.
I hope not as well.
He's got 1 year left in his deal.
I wouldn't be against it.
I wouldn't be against it at this point in time. But the thing is, they know that's their money. That's their money maker. And Newcastle want that. Newcastle want that's number one target. That's number one target for Newcastle, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna get Inacio from Sport. I've already been saying this. Inacio.
I don't think we get him. I don't think we get him anymore because I think they actually. See that cameo. I know we shouldn't rest our laurels all on like what we see, only a few performances, but I feel like they see. I personally feel like they see Inacio, what he was back then when he was coming into the ranks when he was 19. That's what they're seeing in Aiden Heaven right now as that kind of guy. I think he's gonna do that job in it, and I think like if you're gonna get an understudy for now, this is just my opinion. I could be totally wrong. I think they're happy to just rotate Luke Shaw in and out as a 7th centre back just so we can get rid of his on a contract. Because no one's gonna buy him.
You're right. Yeah, they're gonna see him out. Yeah.
And then if you're gonna ask who's gonna fill in for him. Sometimes it could be Euro, it could be Mazraoui. He's not Fredrickson.
He will be our left wing back because there's no way on earth. Yeah, I'm gonna hit. There's no way on earth I'm hearing an 18-year-old, bro. I'm sorry.
No. I can't tell you anything. I ain't seen us linked with any left wing backs yet. And I know Dorgu, people got their reservations on him and everything. That some people not like him, but I think they're gonna bring this Pedro Leon and see what he can do in the preseason, and also Mantato, bro. From what he can I think a lot of academy men are gonna get chances because if there's one place you can risk a youngster, it's probably as the wing backs. Am I wrong?
No, strikers.
No, not detrimental to the system. No.
Yeah, but there's some men that are tech man, bro.
A South American 17-year-old that none of us have ever seen play properly, and only seen highlights, and then Dorgu. I'm not writing off Dorgu, but remember when we was linked with it and we was all on Saeed's channel, and I said, bro, the same reasons to why you men are saying Garnacho is dead. This is not a healthy environment to breed young kids.
Yeah, but I feel like we're going to buy it. I feel like we're going to buy enough to not really... We say environment. I don't think upstairs is toxic. I think the players on the pitch are just that shit.
Facts, bro. Fucking 100%
I think they're just shit, bro.
You've either got it or you don't. Estrella, I'm done trying to find these kids and trying to educate them, bro. You've either got it or you don't. Do you know what? No one complained about Saka not having no one to look up to. No one complained about all these ballers. Palmer, oh, he got sold from City. Bro, no one complained about that. If you've got it, you've got it. If you're old enough, if you're young enough, you're good enough, bro. It's no one talks
You're
about
good
that.
enough.
I just want to
If
say,
you're old enough, if you're good enough, you're old enough.
Yamin. You were talking about Yamin, yeah?
Lamine Yamal, yeah.
Perfect example, yeah?
Let me respond.
No one's talking about his age, broski. No one.
Let me respond. You're saying if you're old enough, you're good enough, yeah? Or the age doesn't matter. No worries. Your mouth, there's a reason why there isn't 100 miles across the world is rare. I'm talking about players like what's his name? Tom Cleverley, Anderson, Chris Eagles. These were bog average players.
I can't lie. No. Anderson, when he was at Porto, yeah, that guy was not average. He was not average. Do you remember what he did to us, E-man? Do you remember what he did to us?
Bro,
it was not.
Does he need education on how to stay fit? Because that's what you're telling me, bro. If you can't stay fit, you can't stay fit.
He's got a point.
Okay, cool. Tom Cleverley, Chris Eagles.
They're not good enough. They're not good enough.
Nah, Tom Cleverley before that Kevin Davis injury. We cannot.
Yeah.
Hey, Jemba better than fucking Tom Cleverley, bro. Jemba better than Tom Cleverley.
No. I'm gonna Darren Gibson. Do you know my point is we can all keep naming
players. Darren Gibson, I can give you that was a wash.
You know what is a I agree with you. We need a wing back. I think covering on the right hand side if Ahmad gets injured as well, because I'm not trying to see Delo next season there. I'm really not. But I believe we got some techie enough youngsters that can go and potentially fill that role in potentially. But if not, I think we need to look in the market 100%. But you know what is we can't. But you know what I'm more fixated on, bro. Midfield and attack, and then probably the wing backs at this point. I don't care if we got youngsters at wing back. I think we can upgrade on it. I think we can upgrade on it. Maybe.
Upgrade the attack. Get some midfield reinforcement so that Kobe's not playing.
And their job becomes a lot easier.
We can sort out the defense later. I'm not gonna lie. You build from the front first, then work your way backwards. That's the only way to do it, because we haven't got enough quality going forward, and our midfield is a graveyard. So
we need goals, bro.
Yeah, we need goals. We need a lot of goals.
We're losing 1-0.
We don't.
By the way, I think we're all in agreement slightly as well, Estrella. Like, I don't think anything you're saying is kind of incorrect either. Like, do you get what I mean? But I feel like we have a midfield that's quality enough. We have an attack that's got goals in it at least. I think the whole wing back situation becomes a lot easier on them as well.
Midfield's got quality. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think our midfield's got quality.
No. If we build a midfield that's quality enough.
Yeah.
We need to build it. I think the wing back roles. I think you see the better of the Dorgus and whoever else that may go there, because I think they'll have a license to attack because we have much more of the ball, because we can play in certain areas which the wing backs would thrive in a little bit more. That's what I believe in, but I could be really wrong.
No, but
the system, the wing backs have to be really good.
Kaz, can I ask you a question, bro? How many? Sorry, bro. I just because me and you always go
last one.
But we always go back on this, bro. I hear your point, and you've got a very good point. But me personally, I'm done with giving these players exclusive, because guess what, bro? I've played semi-pro, bro. You have to perform, yeah. When you're 16, playing with older kids or older men, no one looks at your age. Oh, he's already, bro. It doesn't matter. I had to lie about my age just to get in there. So my whole point is, bro, I'd rather players that can come in and show fight, bro. And it doesn't matter your age. It really doesn't. Because guess what? When we had we've gone on this already, but we've had youngsters. Our academy is legendary. But if you've got it, you've got it, bro. If you've got it, do you know what? Mason Greenwood, yeah? I had a big debate on a gal show the other day. He was talking to you about Saka. And I'm like, bro, Greenwood shits on Palmer and Saka every day, bro, twice a week. Yeah? But Greenwood didn't need that.
Not
Greenwood
Palmer.
didn't need...
Yeah, he
No,
does.
He shits on Palmer.
Sorry. No, wait. Before saying not Palmer, yeah? You show me another player that can do left foot, right foot, and top bin. I'm sorry.
Thank
bro.
You show me a player that scores 4
Thank
goals
you.
in a game and gets 4 assists in a game.
And
as well.
guys, did he need someone to look up to? Did he?
Nope.
No, so forget this age thing.
Wait. He didn't need someone to look up to, and that's why he made some of the mistakes questionably off the pitch. Ronaldo said it.
Saka had a Aubameyang to look up to.
Ronaldo said it when he was there. This is not about looking up to. I'm not talking about, oh my God, I need you to be my demigod. This is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about football in terms of, like what Cass said, if you put enough good people in there, these players that we have, you see better of them. What's happening is we're getting youth players, throwing them into the lines then, yeah, and then week in, week out, it's to survive, not to improve.
You're right. You've got a point. You have got a point.
But regardless, I man them. I literally got to fly. This is going to get redirected to never a foul. Big up to you lot as well, man. Anyone that's got YouTube, you can see that. You can see literally in the name tags right there. If you want to go see their socials, it's also in the name tags right there. Big up man them as well, man. I'm going to be running these quite frequently. I'm going to be back tomorrow at 12. About 12:15, 12:30. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be some United news in it. So we'll go off for that. Big up to Rant Said for the raid, and big up to anyone that's new subscriber, anyone that's liked the video as well. It's going to be a lot more coming, trust me. Pause. So on that note, Mark M's, this is what we got to know, innit?
Is it a colour thing? Is it a colour thing? Is there a colour thing about that?